All right, how y'all feeling? Let's get right into it. It is the middle of the week, and I come bearing good news. Great news, should I say. Great news. We are back with another live 3 day land flipping challenge, another 3 day intensive land training. We are back by popular demand. The people asked for it, so we running it right back. We just finished doing a live 3 day training about a week and a half ago, and now we're coming right back another week coming up. We'll be back with another 3 day training. So if you missed it, this is your chance to get in the room. If you were there, you can drop in the comments what your experience was with that 3 day training. We only go by what the people say. We can't crown ourselves. We don't put self-imposed titles on us. We do our job and we let the people say what they felt about the job. So I see people commenting, saw you already. That's deeply appreciated. That is how you lock your spot. That is how you get yourself in the room by commenting that word saw you to lock your spot. This training will be breaking down. First and foremost, we'll be breaking it down about the whole world of land ownership, land investing. We like to talk about land investing a little bit more because I feel like our culture, we need to have options. We need to have alternative ways to take care of ourselves and feed ourselves continuously. And this space allows us not to just do that. Once you have a full understanding of what this space offers, you can run this all the way to the moon. This is legacy plays. This is wealth building. This is the cornerstone of all wealth portfolios is land ownership. So that's how important it is. And first you have to get the foundation. You can't build a home without having a foundation. So that's why we like to do these trainings so we can lay the foundation so you can have a understanding of what could be done. Whatever you conceive or believe, you can achieve, meaning that I know that a lot of people want to do family compounds. I know a lot of people want to talk about homesteading and building houses and all of those things. None of those things exist without the primary assets, which is what? You can say it out loud yourself. LAND, right? I know for a fact other coaches have been taking advantage of these same practices for years. This is not a new concept. Although we've done a great job and will continue to find ways to spice this conversation up and continue to find ways to make this look cool and sound cool as much as possible. Keep in mind, people, we're well aware that we're just dealing with dirt. But once we realize the power of ownership and the power of owning dirt and what could be done with it, then maybe we'll view it from a different standpoint. I always say on a daily basis, see, I got a partner and I advise everybody else to find a partner, right? And lock in with somebody, whether that's your spouse, whether that's your husband, whether that's your wife, if you can go there, whether that's a friend, whomever it is. You need to find somebody that is on the same page with you mentally. And you should be having these conversations on a daily basis about how can we move forward? How can we better ourselves? How can we go up higher, another rung on the ladder? I don't understand how, as a people, we don't have conversations about this on a daily basis. Me and my partner talk every day about what's next. What can we do to improve? How can we move the needle a lot faster? How don't you have a mini mastermind every day? You go to work every day. We need options. Dear sir or madam, dear grown up, because I'm talking to grown ups. I don't cater to a young audience. This is the mature message. And I wish that it drips down to the younger audience because they have a lot more time on the clock and they have a lot more oomph in them to go out and do things if they understand how to play the game. But I'm well aware that the core of our audience is a mature audience. And I say, as a mature audience, unless you're satisfied with your results, unless we're happy with what we have done and what we have produced up to date, then have at it. Go do whatever you've been doing. Obviously, it's been working for you if you're happy with it. But if you disapprove of your results, why isn't it a constant conversation, a constant plan, a constant reevaluation, a constant search of what could work? Because that's all that happened with the Acre Boys. I didn't know nothing about land investing 9 years ago. I just was on a search to find something that felt warm, that felt like home, that felt like something I can do, that felt like something I can have success in. That's how I stumbled into land investing. Nobody came and recruited me and say, hey, I need you on my land investing team. That did not happen. So if you're waiting for it to fall out the sky into your lap, that's not going to happen. If it haven't happened in the 30 or 40 or 50 plus years that you've existed on this earth, why do you think it's going to happen now? It's not going to happen. We need to reinsert ourselves. We need to mentally know that we don't know and be willing to learn something new. See, a lot of us think it's too late. Oh, I ain't trying to learn nothing new. Well, if you're not trying to learn nothing new, it's Pat Riley had a saying that you're doing one of two things. You're growing or you're dying. That's it. You're growing or you're dying. And you can float through life. You can stay the same. All through your 30s, on through your 40s, on through your 50s. You can stay the same. That's the beauty of life. It could be whatever you say you want it to be. But I just say to people that have a lot to say about what they want and don't go after it, miss me with that conversation. Because I'm not the guy that's here to trauma bond with you and have a pity party with you. I'm the guy that like to talk about solutions. Sure, you want to do that? Then what's the solution? What's the plan? How are we doing it? Same thing when it comes to land investing. Sure, Acre Boys are doing really well. We're doing really well. But this is not the end all. How do we go higher? What's next? If we achieving all that we've achieved so far, how do we take that and uplift it? Those are the kind of conversations that I have on a daily basis. Those are the kind of people that I want to surround myself with. If I made 10, if 10 was the goal, how do I make 20 now? And then when I get to 20, how do I make 30? And so on and so forth. Continue to push yourself. When we got into business, even the business that we're in, we didn't know everything about the business. So hurry up and make mistakes. Why? Because that's how you get good at a thing, by making mistakes. You're intelligent. You won't make the same mistake twice, or you shouldn't. And you damn sure won't make it 3 times. So hurry up and know that you don't know. Hurry up and fall on your face so you can pick yourself back up, pick yourself up and go and correct that mistake. And then you grow into whatever it is that you're doing. And the land business is no different. Don't worry about not having experience. We didn't have experience in the beginning. My whole community, hundreds of them that has came into our ecosystem. Nobody had experience. So just come with a white belt mentality and ready to learn. And I always say, if you can learn, then you can earn. If you can sit down and focus. Because you have to focus. We find that most people don't do well because they're scatterbrained. You're focusing, but you're focusing on the wrong thing and too many things. You're multitasking and having partial success in each field instead of having a lot of success. Comment the word soil. Come get some of this good energy. Trust me when I tell you, we give a lot. We like to teach, right? This challenge is set up for you to spend some time with us. This challenge is set up for those that want to go in deeper, to have Q&A sessions with us and things like that. So if this topic of land ownership or owning land or flipping land, if any of those things resonate with you, make sure that you get yourself in the room, because we will have the information on display. It'll be up to you to take that information, grasp it, and implement it. All right. So comment soil. We're about the 28th. We set off. What's today's date? No, it's not the 28th. It's this next Monday coming up. I do apologize. I don't even have a date on a Monday. I believe that's the 11th or the 12th. 11th or the 12th. But next week, Monday, is when we kick off. So comment the word "saw you." Just make sure that you're registered to get yourself in the building and secure your spot. Like today, I'm always looking. Like I'm just like not just come on this live and just start talking about all of this stuff. As you can see, I mean, if you can feel the energy through the screen. Like I'm not the guy that likes to play games. Like I'm very serious about what I'm into. So what I say is what I do. Right? This is not theory. This is not something that I'm Googling. Like if I say I'm doing it, then I'm really doing it. Like I don't gain anything by pulling your coattail, right? So even for myself today, like I'm always dipping my head into the tax deed world. That's something that we teach. That's something that we'll be teaching at that challenge is tax deeds, right? I'm always dipping my head into space just to see what's happening, what's going on. So today I'll pull up one for you that came across today. Let's put it on the screen. Let's put it on blast for you to see it. And here it goes right here. It says repository sale listing. Revised 4/16/2026. And I also go and I look at these lists that we found. I found this list sometimes last year. That's my job, is to bring it to my community. So I search to know what's out there. And this was one of the lists. And sometimes I dip my head in the list, or I can go back to the community and say, this is how I know that things are out there. And if you're not bringing deals to the table or finding deals, that means you're not on your job, right? I used to care about other people's success. And I do care if you're successful, but I've learned to control myself emotionally because I can't control you. So why would I let myself get emotional over something that you won't do? So I don't do that anymore. Now I'm in the middle. I can tell you what, like they say, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't think for him. I can't make people move. I just report to you of what's out there and give the information on how to use it and how to play the game. Like this, as you can see, I don't know how well you can see this screen, but you can see on the end all the way to the right. These are all land deals. It's not a lot on this one. It's only about 4 or 5, but you see $2,000, $1,400, $1,500. Excellent prices to come in and buy land. It's out there, people. And this is just one county. One county. It's 3,200 counties across the country. Each of them does something. So if you only got 2%, if you figured out 2% of the auctions or the counties that you want to participate in, that's all you need. You don't need to know what all 3,200 does. You just need to identify 1 to 3 places that you want to participate in, that you're having success in, and that's lucrative. And that can carry you for the next 5 years. How do I know that? Because it worked for me that way. I identified as a tax deed investor when I first started coming into the land space, we were flipping tax deeds. I identified 3 markets that was working for me, and it carried me for the next 3 years. Now, let me paint this picture for you when I say carry, because I'm well aware, I'm very practical, right? In the beginning, you're going to be working your 9-to-5 job or whatever you do to bring in income. This will not be your mainstream of income in the beginning. This will be, that's why we say alternative. This will be something to go along with what you got going on. Anybody got a problem with an extra anything? If we can position you how to make an extra anything, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, I'm going to show you how to make an extra $25,000 a month, which we can. But an extra anything should help. Extra 1,500, extra 2,000, extra 800, extra 4,000. An extra anything should help. And clearly, out of all of those denominations that you just heard me mention, that if I say an extra 800, then it's up to you to use your smarts and figure out how to turn that 800 to 1,600. And in theory, If one deal brings in 800, just move to do 2 deals. Then there's your 1600. And I throw it around lightly like that because that's just the truth of the matter. If you figured out how to do 1 deal and it yields you $2,000, just figure out how to do 2 deals. And by the law of mathematics, it'll equal 4,000. Just telling you what I know. I'm just telling you what I've done. That's it. I don't claim to be the smartest brother on the planet. I'm just speaking from, at this point, experience. I'm just speaking from what I've lived over the last 9 years. And being that I know it worked, I have a passion for culturally for my people. I'm just saying, tap in here if this makes sense to you. That's all I'm saying. Because I don't own the land. I don't work for the counties. I don't have a stipend that they pay me to go and speak about this stuff. I'm just telling you that we've identified something that could work. And I'm just telling you that I know how to work it. So if you're looking for something alternative stream of income, if it's not, I really could. This is social media, people. Let's not get this confused. I don't know you personally. You don't know me personally. Do I care culturally overall about us? I do. But personally, we don't know each other. I don't. We don't know each other. We don't owe anybody anything. And neither do you owe us anything. You can go on to the next influencer, if that's what we're calling us. You can move right on to their page and listen to them. But however, if anything that we say resonates with you, you should probably tap in. You should probably join a training. You should probably see if everything that we're saying on live on these public platforms, what's the hype about, right? Is it any truth in anything that I'm saying? That's all that I'm saying. I'm just saying we need to start moving with a sense of urgency. Try it and test it. If it doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work for you. But to do nothing is going to equal nothing. So if you're satisfied or comfortable with having nothing, then don't do nothing. But for those that may say, this may be a thing, right? This may be something that Ray is talking about. Comment the word soil. Ponder this. Do you think we come on here telling you to comment this word to do what? Some might say, oh, they trying to sell a product. Well, you're being sold every day. We do sell a product. But I only want who want me anyway. I can't force people to pay me for something that they don't see value in. And you don't pay for something that you don't see value in. So I'm saying, show up and see if you see the value in what we're talking about. And we find that when people see the value and can see themselves experiencing the value, they don't have a problem with paying. Same thing you do with everything else that you spend on. Clothing, food, social, whatever you see value in, that's where your pocketbook or your wallet doesn't mind going and opening. So show up and see if it resonates with you is what I'm saying. And if it does, then you'll join. And then potentially you'll be one of these people that we're having testimonials about, because the information will always be there, but the implementation is going to be on who? Not me. I'm going to be doing this regardless. The auctions will be there regardless. The land brokers and the land realtors, they're going to be doing this regardless. This business will thrive regardless, whether you're involved or whether you're not. It has so over the last 500 years. So those personnels that's inside, they don't lose sleep if you don't get involved. This is why I talk how I talk, because I want you to get involved. I just want to see you win. And it's enough to go around. This is still a ground floor opportunity. I can show you lists that have 1,500 properties on there. Am I going to buy all 1,500? No. I can show you how to go around the auction. It's a different understanding. But I can show you how to go around the auction. Forget the auction. But got to get yourself in the building. Monday, we kick off. Comment the word "Soyu." We kick off Monday. And what will happen once you comment "Soyu"? It'll go to your inbox or your DM. Just register, click the link, go over and get registered. Do yourself a favor. Once you're registered, consider upgrading to the VIP room. That's where you'll have the most experience, because in the VIP room, there's a certain kind of teaching. It's hands-on, and we'll be breaking down certain things in this live Q&A sessions inside of that VIP room. It's free to register. However, it is free to register. It is free to join the general room. So either or, you should just come and get the information and see if it resonates with you or you see the value in the space. All right, beautiful people. That's my time for the day. We do have a class starting at 7 o'clock. This is my weekly training. We train every Wednesday with our community. What does our trainings look like? Our trainings look like we sit with the people in our community on Zoom. We look at deals. We look at their deals. We look at our deals. We give advice. We give language. We give whatever's needed to get deals pushed to the finish line. Overall, we give education on those trainings. At this point, my community has been in existence going on for 4 years. So a lot of them have been with us for years now, and they have a lot of experience. So it's really catered towards new people, right? That's why I say don't worry about having the experience, because you have help, all right? But you have to allow yourself to be helped. All right, so we'll tap back in tomorrow. If you haven't commented the word "Soyu," please do so at this time. Best thing that you could do is show up and tell a friend to tell a friend. Don't show up by yourself. Bring company. If you have a partner, I suggest bringing your partner. It works best if you can lean on someone. However, if you can't, don't let that stop you. Sometimes you have to be the first one to go through. And you got to do what you got to do. Team, no excuses is what I say. All right. Peace, love. We'll tap back in tomorrow.